Dreams of Flying by Orson Duncan Tolman. When I was a boy, I often had dreams of being able to fly all by myself. One day, a man came to town who said he had struck it rich. He took me and several other kids to the five and dime store and said he would buy us anything in the store we wanted. Guess what I picked? A toy airplane. In high school, they offered an aviation class where I learned what makes an airplane fly. I started taking flying lessons, and within a year, I had my private flying license. I enlisted in the Army thinking I would surely be able to fly, but was disappointed to find out a minimum of 2 years of college was required. I bought a motorcycle and made several trips back home to Utah from White Sands, New Mexico, where I was stationed, with my sleeping bag tied on back. That was almost as much fun as flying. On one of my trips home, I met a pretty girl from Springville named Elaine Entz. We got married in the Manti Temple on July 18, 1957. We lived in New Mexico for 3 years, where our 2 daughters, Kim and Tammy, were born. We missed the mountains and decided to move back to Utah. Bradley was born in Tremont, Utah. Then we later moved to American Fork, where Troy and Heather were born. We had a lot of family adventures with campers, trailers, motorhomes, Baja bugs, and horses. Our daughter Tammy loved to ride and was queen of the riding club the first year she started riding with them. I have owned several different motorcycles and have entered a total of 3 races, winning 2 first place trophies and 1 third place. My dream and desire to fly hadn't been forgotten. I tried hang gliding off the point of the mountain. I bought a one-man gyrocopter, which looks like a small helicopter, but the pilot sits out in the open wearing a helmet and goggles. I learned to fly it by towing it behind a car. One day I was flying at 1,000 feet altitude and decided to try a power-off landing. I landed too hard and bent it all out of shape. That was the end of my gyrocopter flying. When Kim, Tammy, and Brad were grown, and Heather was just a small girl, I bought a Cessna airplane. I took Elaine with me on several trips to Wendover, Nevada. Our longest trip was to St. George. We took Heather with us. Since it was only a 2-seater plane, we had to put her back in with the luggage. We had extra luggage on this particular trip. As we flew out of Provo Airport, the fully loaded plane wasn't getting sufficient lift to make it over the nearby mountain range. As I glanced toward Elaine, I knew that she was praying. I felt calm and assured that her prayer would be answered. The plane immediately started gaining elevation, and we made it over. I have a testimony of prayer, and I am thankful for my knowledge of eternal families. I believe we ascend closer to heaven, one small prayer at a time.
Orson died of colon cancer July 8, 2003. Dad, take your wings now. Fly free and fly high. We'll miss you, but know that with faith we'll get by. Enjoy your reunion with family and friends. We'll look forward to meeting when our life here ends.